Hi, I'm Uncle E.T. on Uncle E.T. 675. Good evening, good morning, good day, whatever part of the day you're in or you're connected with me. Thank you. Thank you for connecting with me. Well, tonight or this morning or today or this afternoon, basically I'm here just to say hello because I'm your uncle. That's why I call myself uncle, and I'm here to say hello to you and to say hello, uncle. I love this name, uncle, because it's a special name in the family. You may say, tingle some name, uncle, and name nothing. He got meaning, belong, uncle, and I'm very honored to have named myself or to choose to call myself as Uncle E.T. And it was not just a name that I got from myself or I called myself as Uncle E.T. No, it was something I experienced during my time when I started my radio career with Yumi FM back in 1998. And that very moment, I relocated from Bougainville during the Bougainville peace process after working on the island, saving peace, and that story of my part of my life I will talk to you about. But first of all, introducing myself today as Uncle Et, is something that I am mindful of. That a lot of people might think that that's my real name. Mama no carry me Uncle Et, no that. Mama carry me lo want la name, so it's Et. Et shall have long name through me where Mama carry me. So Uncle E.T. Mama no carry me na calling me, oh, you name you by Uncle E.T. No God. But anyway, it's a very special story. I still remember why I called myself as Uncle E.T. And that was in 1998 when I started doing drive time on the Yumi FM. I was convinced by J.K. Justin Kelly, the late Justin Kelly, to take up a job with PNGFM, and that was the time the Bougainville peace process started, progressing to be what it is, be today as now we know of the Bougainville peace agreement that was signed in 2001. I was part of the peace process in Bougainville from 1993, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, and I decided to head over, relocate from Bougainville to be here. A lot of stories I can tell about my time, but I was on Yumi FM doing my normal presentation in the afternoon, from 2 o'clock, taking up radio till 10 o'clock in the evening. And I remember I started the first week calling myself as uh, Emil Tenoa, and Justin Kelly was the deputy general manager of PNGFM at the time, and my boss anyway. And I was on air talking about myself and say, oh, my name is Emil Tenoa, Nupla announcer, Blipla, Nupla drive time host, Blipla. And, yeah, JK called the phone and, we're on an extension. So called me up and say, hello, Emil, we are not on NBC, national radio, or that you have to call yourself as Emil Tenoa. That's NBC style. Can you come up with a name that people can relate to you or that can stand out? Look for a name. Come on, not Emil Tenoa. We're not NBC. We're a commercial radio station. We need to have names that that's about fun. It's about entertainment, and yeah. Oh man, JK sort of challenged me, and I said okay. So next day I came the same week. Changed my name from Emil Tenoa to Ekotengo. Ekotengo is the military call signs of A, B, C, D, E, F, right up to Z. So because of my initial, my name is Emil Tenoa, I decided to call myself as Ekotengo. That was the name I used during my radio peace work on Bougainville, operating a radio station, a peace-oriented radio station, Radio United Bougainville, and I call myself as Echo Tango. Hey, good morning, Bougainville, or good day, Bougainville. Name me Echo Tango. Echo, you start with them Echo Tango. You know, that was the name I used during the height of the Bougainville conflict and the peace process. And yeah, and the moment JK heard me call myself as Echo Tango, he picked up the phone extension again, bang. Hey, Emil, we are not in a fighting zone, in a war zone. You're already in civilization. You are here in Port Moresby, and yeah, you can't have yourself call yourself as Echo Tango. We are not in a military fighting zone. Or... And I said, so what do you want me to do? And he said, look for a better name. Whew. That sort of made me think, what should I call myself on radio? Anyway, 2 weeks on, I started looking for a name. At that time, I was living at the PNG Defence Force Murray Barracks at the officers' mess. And one afternoon on a Sunday, the soldiers had me on radio, and they were so excited. They like hearing me on radio because they can reflect back during the height of the crisis, peace process in Bougainville. That radio station, Radio United Bougainville, was the voice of peace, and that was the voice that they had during that time. That's my voice, and they love it. And they said, "Oh, please." So as I was walking down with a group of officers from the PNG Defence Force, we decided on a Sunday that we're going to look for something different to have because we were at the officers' mess. I was temporarily living there just for the time, I'm here because I just transferred over, and of course also for my security, I stayed at the barracks. And yeah, and we were walking down to SVS because SVS was just across. And before SVS, there was a sort of an island between, and people were selling, greens, also vegetables, or likli kai kai, garden kai kai long. Namelon disla road na SVS na narpasay, but Namela was a Liklik island, so they were selling these garden goods, and I was walking with them through. And the moment we wanted to go and buy some greens, and later calling SVS buy ourselves chicken to have with kumuna, make it different because we are having the same old stuff at the officers' mess, and we decided to go on the other side of the road to have some betel nut first. So chew betel nut, and later come and buy our greens and go into the shop, buy protein, and head back to the barracks. So the moment we crossed the road to the other side to have betel nut or chew betel nut, there was this group of young boys, very young, I would say at 7, 6 years, eight, they were very young boys walking through, passing by. And when they looked at us, they looked at the other officers, and they all looked and say, "Hey, afternoon, uncle." They were looking at the other senior officer that was with us, and I wondered why. Nah, yang play talk uncle. Everybody say uncle, and sort of got me off. So I asked the officer, why now call him you uncle? I am Molian player. I am Molian Blablo today, all by looking me all kind, all big line, or some, or by talk morning uncle, or afternoon uncle, or afternoon mums, or afternoon pops, or am kind talk simple Molian Blablo today, huh? Ah, first time blow me long, harim so. So we decided to walk over to the market, the island market in between the road. So me play go like go by kumbu. Me and me walk about, and another group of young boys, same kind of age. They walked over. Time will look at me now, they talk. Afternoon, uncle. That was in the afternoon. So I said, uncle, wow. Started to, figure out why the name uncle is so special, so important to them. And so I said to myself, that's a good name. And I then decided to look at uncle in a family perspective. So when I looked at a family tree, I sort of figured why these young people know of the importance of having an uncle, or why uncle is so special in the family. So when we look at it, you see mom, dad, boo boo man, boo boo Mary. You got uncle, you got auntie, and then children. All stuff. So me at me ting, let me talk. Okay, I think that's why uncle is so important to them. So I started to put my initial ET together because I said Uncle E.T. Uncle E.T. Oh, that's a good name. Oh, no, I was thinking through to myself what I should call myself. That was on a Sunday, and Monday next day I would be on air on the UMFM doing drive time, and I said Uncle E.T. All right, that sounds okay. Next day, Monday, because I start at 2 o'clock, I got to be at a radio station at 12 midday. So me was early morning straight, 10 o'clock. Me was Bilaskutru na Kalablo bus. That time I got on the number 4 bus. Me still thinking yet. So me Kalablo bus na, me take off. Sinaw lo bus lo backside na me sinaw na me walk along. Call him this la name, Uncle E.T. Uncle E.T. Yeah. All right, all right. Name me a Japanese. So 12 o'clock me go sit down a soul prep. Me did my 2 hour soul prep because on radio we do a lot of soul preps. We prepare ourselves before we go on air. And I was prepping myself and thinking of the name Uncle E.T. And I started to write my soul prep introduction, introducing myself as Uncle E.T. And I went on air 2 o'clock. I can't wait to go on air. So straight after the news was read, Femin Arnold was the news reader on Yumi FM at the time. I wonder where Femin Arnold is, but yeah, I still can remember. I can clearly recall that very moment. So I went on air, played the first song, and waited for the moment for me to come in with my intro break and introduce myself. So I went on and I said, yeah, traveler, good afternoon, all get this live in 93 FM, UBFM. You saw one time Uncle E.T. on this good bluff Friday, Monday morning or Monday afternoon. We got big blama mas long sit down one time. You so yeah, name me no more Emil Tenawa or Echo Tango or E.T. No, that name me now Uncle E.T. Quickly, I saw the bars on the phone. I mean the light on the phone, and I saw the blink, and I said that could be J.K. So J.K. picked up the phone. I mean, I picked up the phone, and J.K. said, "Oh wow, you are my uncle. So you're Uncle E.T. That's great. That's great. You know." He gave me the heads up, and I said, J.K. said, "Oh, so you uncle, huh? Yeah, man, you know la puliet, you young player. How are you calling me as an uncle?" I was being joked at, but even my workmates they were waiting for the moment that I will introduce myself on radio, and yeah, I became uncle, and all my colleagues. All Mary Longa, PNG FM, oh, Uncle Lumipla now, stop. So, I sort of liked it. And I told them, hey, listen, give me another 6 months and I will prove you people wrong with that name, Uncle. I'll show you people what the name means. So, went in first 3 months and I introduced South Blong Uncle E.T. And tell you what, when I introduced South Blong Uncle E.T. at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the fax machine at PNG FM was flooded and everything got clogged up, meaning messages coming through the fax machine was all Uncle E.T., South Blong Uncle E.T. And my manager at the time, uh, Peter Haichi, he told him, JK, hey, JK, you talk him this, man. You tell E.T. Not to use the fax machine for, and JK sing out, me talking JK. Nah, I'm Facebook company, so we use the Facebook company, so, but how about you make him, all can email him, come, but that time email was new, that was in 1998, and wow, that is all, how this name Uncle come up. So it was the young boys that gave me that name, Uncle. And I blended it with my real name, E.T., Emil Tenawa. That is how the name Uncle E.T. Come up. And even that, my dad, my biological dad, calls me Uncle E.T. Even my children, even my sisters, they still call me Uncle E.T. Every time they say, "Oh, Uncle E.T. and Brother Blumipla." Brother Blumipla, I'm Uncle E.T. Anyway, little story, Blummy, that's all. And I know it's a very special name. And I love that name. Uh, you know why? It's because time you establish a family, when you are in your family, Papa, Mama, and you also beginning time you cross one time Papa Blue you na Papa Blue you cross no go through na like paitim you or paitim you na rausim you long house. Rabishim you na rausim you long house. Na time you out lo house one and first man by you think him long go long en. And by you think him uncle blue you. You know, I not man by you think him, not go to house lo brother blue you. But you still think him uncle yet. Uncle am born below you, am strong below you. So, auntie too, auntie, got strong. But you still think him uncle yet. So daddy na mommy rouse him below house, first thing you think him oh uncle. But you come up below house below uncle below you na. Uncle now by ask him, hey, you can on him. Okay, daddy paiti mia. And paiti mina and rouse him below house so. I paiti you on him. Why am paiti me yourself? Like suppose me looking blue lo news blue you or the body blue. Why am paiti me yourself? Because why am paiti me yourself? Now your uncle will stand up for you. Your uncle will match up to your dad's place or house blue, papa blue you, mama blue you, and he will stand for you. He will stand for you, not talking brother belong instead. Why you fighting picking any blom yourself? So that's why uncle is so special. I'm like story blom it as all. So yeah, respect your uncles, and I hope that there be a international uncles day to remember all our uncles, our good uncles. They've done a lot for our lives, and it's important that we just appreciate them and remember them. So I'm like story belong. Uncle Etin, also I'm like advocacy tok tok lo you must advocate long must got International Uncles Day. You have a top day. God bless. And you know one thing, Uncle loves you too. Thank you.